Christy Alves. I have been training since about the start of 2016, so I would say about 6, nearly 7 years now. Training out of Jiu Jitsu here in Durban, best place to be. So before I was training Jiu Jitsu, I was actually training another type of Brazilian martial art called capoeira, and it was what took me through to Brazil initially. And I really loved it, and it was there where I met Vladimir. Actually, he took me to the mats for the very first time, and I fell in love with Jiu Jitsu from the beginning. I love the fact that you could compete. I've always loved the idea of competition, and I've loved training for competition, and the kind of training camps that you build up towards competition. So that definitely attracted me, and even just as a woman from a self-defense perspective as well. Jiu Jitsu. I mean, I've always been interested in the idea of self-defense, but Jiu Jitsu being a martial art that has really risen up from a self-defense perspective. If you look at the Gracie family previously, and the whole history of Jiu Jitsu, it really was something that inspired me, and it was something that I wanted to embody as well through my training. So I've loved Jiu Jitsu. It's made me stronger. It's made me who I am today, really. Yeah. Oh, for sure. I think a lot of women approach Jiu Jitsu because they've had an experience and they want a bad experience, and they want to learn self-defense. And I've always found that self-defense workshops in and of themselves are not 100%. They're effective to an extent, for 100%, but there's an extent to which you need to go beyond the training of self-defense to actually start training against somebody that's also skilled in combat. So when you're learning self-defense techniques, you're generally under the assumption that somebody doesn't know how to fight. They don't know what they're doing. They're just stronger than you. And in that sense, Jiu-Jitsu does help. It brings back that concept of self-preservation from the Jiu-Jitsu, from Gracie family, around people, the weaker person being able to submit or dominate a stronger person. But when you're in a situation where you're training or competing, you're actually training and competing against somebody that's skilled at fighting, and it enhances your ability to defend yourself in a situation against somebody that's unskilled or skilled for that matter. So it definitely, I think there's definitely a place for self-defense training, and it's something that I would encourage all women that aren't in combat sports to participate in. But Jiu-Jitsu gives you, and competitive Jiu-Jitsu gives you that upper hand, and it allows you just to refine technique and understand technique within a context of a real fight against somebody that is skilled and knows how to submit you and knows how to take you down. So that for me is what makes it valuable. Yeah. Dead honest with you, falling pregnant was one of my biggest fears before actually falling pregnant and having a baby. I thought I would never be able to compete again. I thought I'd never be able to get back onto the mat and train in the way that I used to. But honestly, I feel stronger than I've been before, which is for me incredible. My body has been able to recover, and not only recover, but step up in what it's capable of. And I had a baby just over 6 months ago. So I'm a baby mama. It's been a really wild ride. My body has been through one wild adventure over the past year, But it's been incredible, and it's been a magical journey bringing my body back to where it is and actually taking it beyond. I feel stronger than I've been before, to be honest. And I'm excited to be able to have a platform like Submission Kings to really be able to showcase this comeback. This is my comeback comp, you know. So it's going to be very cool, and I'm grateful to Submission Kings actually to have such a fantastic platform to be able to showcase my work, to showcase this comeback, to showcase my being back on the mat, and the jiu-jitsu that I have, which I'm proud of, and so I'm really looking forward to it. So generally I don't like to watch my opponents fight before in preparation for a fight. I think it's important for me to be able to impose my own game. Of course, it's helpful to know perhaps some of the different styles and the types of submissions that she might like to go for. I do know she's going to be a tough opponent. I'm really looking forward to the challenge. She's definitely been coming up the ranks over the past few months, and the impression that I have is that she's been in a good training rhythm and competing rhythm, and she's been winning the matches she's been competing in. So it's going to be very cool to compete against her, and I really look forward to being up against her. It's going to be fun. I wouldn't say it puts on pressure. For me, like you say, there isn't a lot of opportunity for women, especially in South Africa, to have these kinds of platforms and to be able to fight for a belt. I think having an opportunity like this, it's there, yes, to get the belt and to get, we want to win gold medals, we'll win gold medals. But first and foremost, it's inspiring, I think it's an opportunity to inspire other women in the sport and those that are thinking of competing or wanting to participate in jiu-jitsu more generally. Having the opportunity to fight for a belt, it's an opportunity to also be an inspiration to other women that are in the industry, to other women that are training as well. So for me, I want the belt, and I want it. I want the belt, but I want it to be an inspiration for others. It's really fantastic to be able to come back from having had a baby 6 months ago and to be able to win a belt. For me, I can't imagine a better platform to be able to showcase my jiu-jitsu and showcase my work than at Submission Kings at a title fight. I do everything. I definitely will come into the fight with a strategy. But I'm also there to respond to what is there and what's available to me. If I need to, obviously Submission Kings, it's submission orientated, so I'm going to be definitely on the attacking front and looking for the submissions at every moment. Wherever the submission comes up, that's where I'm going to take them. But I play guard, I pass guard, I take the back, I do a bit of everything. Yeah.